when you said still a lot of personalities in that locker room, and you named two guys, and Richard Sherman and Michael Bennett being sent away, there has been part of the conversation over the weekend that Seattle shipped out both these guys by trade and by cutting because of what they were doing in the locker room, how they were outspoken, also about issues, societal issues. What do you say to that, Duane Brown?
I don't think there's any truth to that. I think if you look at the way the organization has backed their players through everything that they've spoken out about, through things that they went through, i.e. Michael Bennett in Las Vegas, you look at everything that's happened, they definitely backed him 110%. I think in the time that I spent there, I spent a couple months there, there was never a time where I felt like the support for players that spoke out wasn't there. Pete Carroll and everyone involved, they love the players. They love what guys stand for. They don't want just robotic guys that just come in and work. They want guys that stand for something bigger than themselves. And I don't think that was the matter at all as to why they moved on. I think it was more so financial, things like that. But no, I don't believe that at all.
Well, when I heard that theory being floated by some in my business, I thought of two people. I thought of Doug Baldwin, who's still on the team, and I thought of you.
Yeah, I don't think I would be there if that was the case.
Right. I thought, well, the question is are you there because that was the case in Houston? Do you think you were sent away to Seattle because you were outspoken on these issues?
I think it was a couple of things, but I think the things I spoke out against were not just societal issues, but kind of what was going on in-house. And, you know, a lot of people didn't want to hear it, you know, even if it was the truth in your face. You know, a lot of people don't want to hear that. So, but, you know, it could have been the reason. I don't know if they chose that destination specifically because of the culture there. But if so, then I'm all for it.
So for those who might not be familiar, what were you talking about in Houston, I think?
The comments that were made by the owner. You know, I talked about that because it came up right when I ended the holdout.
What he was being quoted as saying in the ESPN article?
Being quoted saying can't let the inmates run the prison in regards to the players kneeling for the anthem and protesting police injustices and police brutality.
Well, I think, you know, what Bob McNair said he was referring to was not the players. He was referring to other owners in the league when talking about that.
Yeah, right. No, that wasn't the case. He was talking about the players. I mean, we actually had a meeting, the team meeting about it, and you know, he kind of went in depth a little bit more than he should have and exposed what he really meant. So I wasn't okay with it.
And so you think that part of that was why you were sent to Seattle when it was all said and done?
Yeah, I think part of it.
And you don't think being in Seattle, having that sort of vocal role as a player is something that's viewed as a negative, is what you're saying?
No, I don't think it's viewed as a negative. Because I think everyone on that staff is aware of what's going on. They're not blind to it. There are a lot of people that live in the bubble of just coming to work, forgetting everything that's going on in society and working and forgetting about it. But I don't think people there live in that bubble. I think that they're very aware of what's going on. So when a player or a group of players speak up against it, they're for it because they understand that it's reality.
Duane Brown here on the Rich Eisen Show. And we had Kenny Stills here last week, and he's been very active in his community in South Florida, and he went on a tour of the Deep South to shine more of a light on this issue, as well as seeing what's going on in certain communities to fix the issue, best we can actually use that phrase. Where do you stand on people who think that you should stand during the national anthem as opposed to using it as a moment to bring out other issues?
Everyone has their opinion. And I mean, for the people that say, I watch this game for entertainment, you know, I watch this game, you're not supposed to bring that stuff, your political views to work, things like that. This is a reality for a lot of us. And we're not able to escape reality at all times. You know, even though some people may want to when they watch football and escape from reality, we're not able to do that. For a lot of us, when we take off our helmet and shoulder pads and leave our facility, a lot of us are viewed as people that aren't in our position and viewed as just another black man in America. And so when you have things that are going on in this country that touch some of our friends, touch some of our families, family members, things like that, I feel like we have to use our platform for this. It's no different than what's going on in the NBA with, shut up and dribble, what they told LeBron. It's, everyone wants us to be in this box, but we don't want to be there. So I'm going to continue to do my job at the highest level that I am, but I also am going to speak out against things that I feel are wrong.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.